Hi, my name is Pastor Hal York, and welcome to Truth in the Trenches. Today we're going to be in Proverbs chapter 9, verse 12. If you are wise, you are wise for yourself, and if you scoff, you alone will bear it. If you are wise. Well, if you are wise, we know why you're wise. We know the source of wisdom begins with the fear of the Lord, and it grows as we read and study and obey the Scriptures. We grow in wisdom. But if you're wise, I think begs another question. What's been your motivation for gaining this wisdom? Have you ever thought about that? If you're wise, who's going to reap the greatest benefit from that wisdom? Proverbs chapter 2, 1-4 says, My son, if you will receive my words and treasure my commandments within you, make your ear attentive to wisdom, incline your heart to understanding. If you cry for discernment, lift your voice for understanding. If you seek her as silver and search for her as hidden treasures. Well, if you do that, who's going to reap the benefits? Who's going to experience the blessing of wisdom? Well, the writer tells us in verse 5 of chapter 2 and then 7-12, Then you will discern the fear of the Lord and discover the knowledge of God, for the Lord gives wisdom. Then you will discern righteousness and justice and equity in every good course. For wisdom will enter your heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to your soul. Discretion will guard you. Understanding will watch over you, to deliver you from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things. If you are wise, you will help yourself by it. That's one translation puts it. So in other words, the primary benefactor of wisdom is the one who is wise. You can't miss this if you read Proverbs with your eyes open. Time and time again we are told what wisdom will do for us personally. Let me reread those last verses that I read and make it personal. And you make it personal. Then I will discern the fear of the Lord and discover the knowledge of God. For the Lord gives wisdom. Then I will discern righteousness and justice and equity. For wisdom will enter my heart, and knowledge will be pleasant to my soul. Discretion will guard me. Understanding will watch over me, to deliver me from the way of evil, from the man who speaks perverse things. Yes, we may benefit some by the wisdom of others, as they treat us fairly and deal with us wisely, but overall wisdom benefits the one who is wise far greater. Because wisdom is with us everywhere we go. As the saying goes, everywhere I go, there I am. And if I'm wise, everywhere I go, wisdom goes with me, smoothing out the path that I take, guiding me in my decisions and choices, be it at home or at work or wherever I am, helping me to avoid the pitfalls and decisions that can make life very hard and burdensome. Wisdom is a very personal thing. It has a profound impact on my life personally and consequently will have an impact on those in my life, but it begins with me. If you are wise, you are wise for yourself. Now that's not meant to encourage selfish decisions. It's just stating an obvious fact. Wisdom is good for us. It's not selfish to say if you eat healthy, it will be good for you. You will reap the benefits of healthy eating habits in your life. That's true. And that's not selfish, it's just a reality. The same is true for wisdom. If you are wise for yourself, and it will indirectly have a trickle-down effect on others. But as we've said, you are the primary beneficiary of wisdom, just like you are the primary beneficiary of eating healthy in your life. But the opposite is true as well. If you scoff, you alone will bear it. Mocking and scoffing is evidence of a heart in rebellion against God. It leads to all kinds of evil and makes life hard, burdensome. Instead of reaping a blessing, we reap a curse. The results, mocking and scoffing, are personal as well. We alone bear the consequences. Yes, it may indirectly affect others around us, but we ourselves alone are responsible for our actions and will bear the fallout. It is personal. Attitudes are personal, and we bear their consequences alone. We are responsible for the kind of life we lead. We like to blame others, but this verse ends the blame game, pointing fingers and lashing out. Wisdom is not a group activity. Even if everyone around us in our school, our family, our workplace is not living wisely, I personally can choose to be wise. And even if everyone around me is mocking and scoffing, I do not have to chime in. I can personally choose to be wise. And God will bless such decisions. God honors those who honor him. So remember, those who gain the most from wisdom, or the one who gains the most from wisdom, is you. And the one who loses the most from the lack of wisdom is you. Make it personal. The one who gains the most from wisdom is me. The one who loses the most from a lack of wisdom is me. So remember, if you are wise for yourself. And if you scoff, you alone will bear it. May this truth guide us and guard us in the trenches of life as we seek to live our lives for the glory of God and the good of others. May God bless.